welcome to the Center for Creativity. My name's Anina Collier. I'm the Dean of the Center for Creativity. And we're so happy you're here, whether that's in the room or on the live stream. And of course, this is I Can't Sculpt with WaterWorks Art Center. But before I introduce our presenter, I just want to make a couple quick announcements. Number one, if you need to use the restroom, it is right over here. If you need to get a drink of water or refill your water bottle, it's in that foyer right over there. I can't believe at the last workshop I forgot to mention something really, really important. How many of you have heard of the Tulsa Achieves Scholarship Program? Okay, so about half the room. So if you haven't heard about Tulsa Achieves, it is 2 years of free college for every student that graduates high school in Tulsa County. That is public, private, or homeschooled. And people always think, what's the catch? There really is no catch. It's a national model for free community college education. And so we would ask for your help making sure that young people in your lives know about this scholarship program. I'm going to have a couple of brochures in English and Spanish that we'll put in that check-in table. Grab as many as you need to please help us spread the word about this incredible opportunity. That means students can get an associate's degree for free that then they can transfer on to a four-year university if that's what they want to do. So Tulsa Achieves, please help us make sure every young person in Tulsa knows about it. The other thing I want to mention is a free workshop we have coming up in October. It is called the Write to Heal Workshop, and it will be, as in writing, it will be hosted by a woman named Jeanette Price, who you can see there on our screen as one of our Please Touch the Art artists. She's a significantly visually impaired woman who's also a therapist and a writer, and so we're really excited about her workshop that she'll be offering for free as part of our Please Touch the Art programming, which is sponsored by the Tulsa Community College Foundation. So big shout out to the TCC Foundation for supporting our work here at the Center for Creativity. And before you leave today, definitely take a few minutes to experience Please Touch the Art. This exhibit will be up through the end of October, and it's just like it sounds. Every single piece can be experienced through touch, but we engage all 5 senses, including smell and taste, with this exhibit right here against the wall. It has a special focus on artists and visitors who are blind or visually impaired, so you'll notice Braille labels. And we just hope that you take a few minutes to enjoy that before you leave today. But that is enough from me. I'm so grateful to have one of our favorite returning presenters. If you've been with the I Can't workshops, I think Yusuf has been here with us since pretty much the beginning. Yusuf Etudai is with WaterWorks Art Center, so we really want to thank him and our partner WaterWorks for providing the supplies. Please help me welcome Yusuf.
I thank you all for coming. I come here today for this program representing WaterWorks Art Center. I don't know how many of you have heard of WaterWorks Art Center. It's a part of Tulsa's Parks and Recreation, except that we offer a different view of recreation at WaterWorks Art Center. It's more educational than other centers here in Tulsa, recreational centers here in Tulsa. We go about there and it's a community of creative people, and we teach varieties of stuff. I teach the clay programs there, throwing on the wheel, sculpting, glazing and all that. Everything that has to do with clay, I teach that. But we also offer some other classes, such as mosaics, weaving, jewelry, even painting of very many kinds. So if you've not been to WaterWorks Art Center, I hope you go and check it out. It's all for Tulsans. And anybody can go there, so don't be shy about going there. That said, like I said, I'm thankful that you all are here today. And I thank God for bringing us all here safely. This morning when I woke up, I thought, as I sneezed and I took the dog out to use the restroom, and I started sneezing profusely and all that, and coughing profusely and all that. And I sat down wondering, okay, if I'm going to make it here today. So well, I thought about it for a little while, and I said, well, I think it's just allergies. I have this on, so if I start sneezing, I might have to put it back on. And I took some medications and came on down trying to fulfill what I've said I was going to fulfill. I didn't know how that was going to be with WaterWorks if I called them today and I said I can't make it. Or I call Anina and tell her that I wasn't going to be able to make it, but I'm glad and thank God that I was able to come in here. That said, I have this, and I'm going to leave it probably on one of these tables. After the program is over, you can take a picture of it, and there'll be something on your phone that you can go to. It'll take you to our website, and you can look at programs that we offer there. Maybe some of it you might be able to come and join us in doing. I've thought about today and thought about what I was going to be doing. So, all right, this is what I was thinking of doing, a hummingbird. So I hope we are able to have fun with this and enjoy it. Every time I've done this program, I've thought of doing something different every time. And this time is a hummingbird that came to my mind today. I'm going to have to modify and adjust what I was planning on because I looked at it. I always try to do one piece, see if I'm going to be able to do it in 45 minutes. So before I get here and say, okay, let's start a project and we can't finish it in 45 minutes. This is a 45 minutes project. So, but the only thing I run into this time, on my transportation here, the wings are breaking off. So I think I'm going to have to modify the design so that the wings doesn't stick outside like that so you can get it home. The clay we are using is Sculpt clay. I choose this particular kind of clay every time because this is not the kind of clay we work with at the studio. We work with stoneware clay. So that's a little bit messier than this clay. So we don't want to make a whole lot of mess. So this is the clay I choose. After you make your project, you can take it home. And you have that paper towel in front of you. I don't think you're going to need to wipe your hand very much. But if you do, you can wipe your hand with it. Or you can wrap your piece up and take it home with you. So it fires in a conventional oven, not microwave, just conventional oven. And you take the temperature up to about 250 degrees. And of course, put it in a plate of some kind or aluminum foil and put it in the oven and heat it up to 250 degrees for 15 minutes. Then you let it cool down and you take it out. And you can paint it after it comes out of the oven. So you can paint it, you can do whatever you want with it. All right? And you have at least 2 blocks. You have 2 blocks of clay. And you have your stick. All right? I think as much as I enjoy standing up whenever I'm talking this, I'm going to have to sit down because of our setup. So I'm going to sit down here. What I hope you do is take one brick and cut that into 2, just like that. Take one piece, kind of knead it. Sometimes it might take a little bit working to get it right. So kind of keep on kneading it. It softens it up and makes it a little bit more malleable. Keep on molding it nicely and gently. And sometimes, depending on how strong, what kind of strength you have in your fingers and all that, this might take a little while. But I've always said, be patient with yourself and all that. So And you just keep on handling it until it softens up quite a bit. So, all right. It's pretty good. Are we all almost there? I know sometimes, like I said, depending on how strong your fingers are, it might take a little while. So if it's taking you a little while, be patient with yourself. And in so doing, now you're going to, are we all there yet? Are we there yet? Okay. Are we there yet? Shut up. All right. And I'm able to, after working with it with my finger, now I'm able to just kind of move it around like that in my palm. And you keep on doing that till it's really, really nice and soft. All right. So, first thing we're going to make is the body of the hummingbird. So what I hope to do is to make kind of a little baby carrot. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to roll it a little bit, about like that. All right. I don't know, is this a baby carrot or strawberry? I don't know. So just about like that. Then you start smoothing it up, even all that up on top, so it's not all bumpy and rough. You even it up. And even it up. Working on sculptures is all depends. And everything about clay depends. It depends on how far you want to go with it. It depends on what your patience is. It depends on a lot of stuff. Now, sometimes some sculptures can take 2 months for me to finish. And sometimes some of them in 2 hours is done.
What's the longest one has taken you, a piece of sculpting that has taken you? The longest a piece has taken you?
About 2 months. Yeah. And in working with clay, sometimes you have to wait. Of course, we're not working with this kind of clay at the studio. Sometimes you have to wait for the clay to set. Else you might have to use the heat gun to dry it up to the point that you want. So, but yeah, it all depends on how much patience and how much time you have to spend. So we got this shape going on right now. That's what I have. And now we're going to put that down and take this half that we have there and half that, just like that. And we do the same thing we did earlier by just smashing it and mashing it until it gets soft. And we're going to keep on mashing and mashing and mashing. Yeah, OSU Stillwater was where I went to school, so I studied art there, had a degree in art. Well, I've done pottery for most of my life, for probably at least 38 years. I've done pottery, I've traveled to various places, and I've worked with various organizations and schools. And it became my passion. Clay became my passion because I can paint also, but I lost my painting ability totally because for me, painting, you have to either have a uniform that you wear for painting or something. Clay, on the other hand, washes off very easily, so that's what made me to fall in love with clay. I can be, when I'm painting, I'm covered with paint everywhere because I forget what I was really doing. So I can have paint on my pants, on my shirt, and I wouldn't know. and I go to visit people, and by the time I know I've visited them, they have some of my paint on their couch. So that's not fun. But clay on the other, and also when it gets on my hair, it's very hard to get it out. But clay on the other hand, you can be covered from head to toe. When it touches the water, it comes off. So that just made me to do clay. And I probably have worked on clay for probably 16 hours straight and nonstop. And it's about one thing that I can do for that long period of time and not worry about anything. So are we there now? Are we there yet? Okay. Have we mashed it down really nicely? So we're going to round it off. Round it off really good. Make it round. All right. Make it round. Sort of like that. As round as can be. And we're going to take one end and start pulling it, just like that, to be pointed. Now, on taking this home, some of it might break off, some of it might not. But that's why I chose Sculpt clay, because even if it breaks off, you can push it back together when you get back home and smoothing it out like I'm doing just now. So it's not going to be a big deal to transport this home. Now, say this is broken. In my traveling down from my home down here, it broke. But see, you can do this. You can just take it back and blend it back together. So, and shape it again, reshape it. That's when you get home. If something breaks, you can do that. It wouldn't be any problem. All right, so that's it. Because I'm now kind of concerned about the beak. You can make it as long as you want or as short as you want. It doesn't bother me. Oh, okay. So, all right. Do we all have that? We all have that? Take your time. I always say to my students, I know most of the time I'm doing demo, I'm kind of moving fast and all that because I kind of want everybody to get their work done on time. But otherwise, sometimes when I'm working on pieces, like I said, it takes a lot of time to finish one piece to another piece. But whatever you do, try to have fun doing it. Was that commercial? As a commercial on Volkswagen, I guess. Are you having any fun? If you ain't having fun, nobody cares what you got. So you should be having fun. And that's my something always is enjoy what you're doing. If you're not enjoying yourself doing it, then that's bad. So now we are there. That is going to be the head. So I take the body now and I kind of flatten it out just a little bit. Now, knowing that you can adjust this, okay? You can take off, you can deduct, you can add if you want to. You can take off that if you think it's too long. And you are the artist, so I'll let you make your decisions. And if you think this is too big, you can always reshape it as you are going along. Everything is constantly evolving and changing. So nothing ever stays in the same place. So everything is constantly changing. I'll flatten the top out slightly. Just slightly like that. And you can just enjoy yourself, touching it and feeling it, and creating different kind of shapes and all that. All right. I think I'm happy with the way things are going right now, so that's what I have for the body. Now, I'll try to place the head and see. Woo. There. That's pretty big head for this animal here. So I kind of put it there and check it out. Now, take a little piece, just a tiny little piece from that one little something that you have there. Take a little piece, kind of roll it into a nice coil like that. Nice little coil like that. Okay. Then flatten it out by just flatten it out a little bit. You can still also press it together so it flattens out like that. All right. Something of that kind is what I have. All right? And that is going to brace this together. It's going to brace it together. Now, if you feel like the head is too big for the body, you can always, like I said, take some out of it. That's up to you. You are the artist. Yeah. Yeah, if you think it's too big, just take a little bit out of it. I know my wife and I will be painting and all that, and she's constantly asking me, well, what do you think? Is it done now? Am I done now? Is it done? And I said, well, it's up to you, you know. Once you feel happy about it, then you can stop. Now, if you don't feel happy about it, keep on going. Because if you're not happy about it, nobody's going to be happy with it when they see it. So you got to be happy with what you're doing. At least that's how I feel. I have to be happy with it. Sometimes I've worked on some things and I have to take it apart 3-4 times to get to the satisfaction that I want. So if that's what it takes, that's what it takes sometimes. And you can move the head around to see which position you like most. You take that flap, after you get to the point, that little flap that we made earlier, that after you get to the point where you are happy with it, and go from the bottom like that, and wrap it around like that, then blend it together. And you can take your stick now and you start blending it together. And that helps to keep it there without it falling apart very easily. Take your stick, blend it. All right. And you can move the head around. You can blend it as much as you can with your finger, with the little wooden stick. You can do all that. Push it in and push it down. See what happens. And do all that.
So the point is to blend the flap into the body of the head?
Exactly. Exactly. Then you can move the head around the way you want it. There. Or there to this side instead. Or you want to point it down, you can do all that. And you blend it in if that's what you want. It all depends on what you want. All right. Yeah. All right. Now, are we there yet? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, like I said, take your time, take your time. Usually I'm moving around and checking on everybody and seeing what everybody is doing, but like I said, I woke up sneezing, so I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm not going to be getting into the middle of everybody and asking what's going on. But here we go. That's that. I'll rotate this around. You can move the head around anyhow you want it, like I said. That's okay. The head can be big too. It's no big deal. The head can be big. The head can be small. As I've always said to the students at WaterWorks, I lay you a foundation. You can build whatever you want on it. I show you what to do. I show you how to go about it. But you can make whatever you want with that. So you can put your own personality into it. It's no big deal. You can make the head, like I said, big. You can make it smaller if you want to. It's all you. How's everybody doing? That's okay. That's okay. Every one of them is all right. Big head, small head, little head, that's okay. The whole idea is for you to have this experience, enjoy yourself with it. And if you learn something about sculpting, that's cool. And if it's something that you really want to get into in the future, WaterWorks is there. I'll tell you that we are very much constantly very full because it's the most reasonable in pricing in Tulsa, and also that we got more to offer than most of the other studios here in Tulsa. But but check it out. If it's something you want to get into, yeah, it'll be a good place to start. I like that fat head hummingbird. That's good. that's beautiful. And the beak can be either curved too. You know, I've seen some hummingbirds with curved beak. And I've also told you, if you take it home on your way going home and something breaks, let's say, oops, the beak broke. You can shape it up and put it back and attach it again. So it's not a big deal. All right, you can do all that by yourself on your way out of here. If something breaks, you can always attach it back. All right? Very good. Then it gets to a point where you have to make a decision on how you want to go about the wings. So my first something was to make it kind of flapping. That's what I did. But I'm thinking that might have to change. So maybe that might have to come to the body instead of flapping out. And what that does, it prevents it from breaking on your way home. So that was a change of plan I had to make when I got here this morning. And things are always going to be there to obstruct your way. Oh, yeah, the last time I came here to do this, it wasn't having allergies that I had. I came here that day with, that was funny. I came here thinking 25 people, at most 30 people, then about 70 people showed up. And I didn't have enough clay, so we had to change the project that I was doing. So today it was allergies that I was dealing with. It's always going to be something. So and you figure out a way to deal with it. Are we there yet? This is what I have now. All right? So now, at least you should have about this size of something left, this size of clay left. There. Does everybody have at least this amount of clay left? Yes. All right, cut that into two. Okay. Then, same process. Mash it together again, real good. Yeah. So anyway, all right. You got it? Is it soft enough? Yeah? Okay. So, one way I'm going to do this is try one way. Like I said, sometimes I've done sculptures and I have to take it apart 3 or 4 times to figure out which way I want to go with it. So I'm going to do this first way first. Okay? And if that didn't work for you and you want to go the other way, then you take the other route. But this is what I'm going to do first. Roll one of them, just a nice little skinny, long carrot. Kind of like that. Take the other one, same thing. Roll it, kind of skinny, long carrot. Can everybody see that? So I have those two there. All right. Can everybody see that? Yeah? All right. Take one. This is one process. And come for from about the neck point there, right there. Okay? Is everybody there yet? And I'm going to bend that around just like that. Then mash it down on top, just like that. Then press it down to the body. And what you're going to have, after you're done smoothing it out on top, you're going to have this little crease on the bottom of it. So you have something of this. And you take the other one, same thing, about the neck. Then you bend it this way. Something of that kind. Then you blend that on top. And you mash the side down. Blend on top. All right. So, and you're smoothing it out. Make it smooth. And you should have something of that kind now. All right. Are we there yet? All right. You're smoothing it out really nicely. Like I said in the other presentations I've done, I've had to go around and see what everybody is doing, but with the situation I have today, I don't really feel like going around. I think it's allergies. So I'm going to keep my distance. Good. That's it. That's it there. Great. I'm seeing 2 people show it to me just now. That's pretty good. There you go. Now, if you have fun with this and you want to, like I said, do more of it, WaterWorks Art Center is a very good place to check out. Last catalog we did, a little bit of a huge project for everybody in hand building. We did totem poles, and everybody had a lot of fun with that. This time I taught at the WaterWorks Art Center for this catalog. I'm offering sun face garden. So we're going to make about 5 different sun faces and put them together, maybe plant them in our gardens after we're done with it. So, and every project takes different duration of time. So, all right, are we there yet? Are we there yet? All right. So this point, I'm going to make detail for the something. So you take that little last piece there, all right, cut it into 2, mash it down real good. Yeah, clay that we use there is a little bit messier than this, so, but you get, like I said, you got the idea. It washes off, so what do I care if it lands on my face or my head, leg and all that? I don't care because it washes off. So you got it all kneaded nicely. All right, then make a baby carrot out of it, a nice little baby carrot, about that size. Just a tiny little baby carrot. All right, you got it. And then flatten it out real good. It's a nice little triangle. Into a nice little triangle. And that's going to be the tail end of it. Now, working on sculptures is fun because you can make determination, decide what you want to do, how much fun you want to have, how far you want to push it, and all that is going on through your mind as you're working on the sculpture. Sometimes this kind of stuff, you can start doing a whole lot of other things to it that makes it more fun to look at. So, I check it out a little bit. This is going to be the tail of the hummingbird. So I'll check it out. Where do I want it to be? How do I want it to be? I want to come in a little bit further in or further out. So all that decision is going on in your mind as you're working with things. So that's what I have right now. Then I can flip it over, and I'm happy with that, and blend it together from here. Now, blend it together real good. And like I said, you can spread this out further if you want to. You can take it off and try again if it messes up there. And sometimes you have to make placements a lot of times to figure out how you really want it to go. Play with it. Blend it together. You can take this now and blend it a little bit more, furthermore. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing fine? All right. So this is what the other side should be looking like. The downside of your clay should be looking like that. And you can start filling in the cracks a little bit with your stick, smoothing it up a little bit, go back, and blend it all together real nicely. Now, this is okay. If anything breaks off before you get home, you can always put it back together the same way. Take a stick or something and just push it together and reshape it. Now, on the clay that we use at the studio, it might be a little bit difficult to do that with once it breaks off. So, but this kind of clay, you can take it, make it into whatever you want without using a whole lot of water or anything. So that's something you can do. How's everybody doing? Everybody still having fun? Huh? Yeah, usually I'll get up and move around, and like I said, I'm gonna just stick to my gun and stay here. All right. I decided to change the position of the wing today because I think it'll be easier transporting that home than this other one that I have here. So, now, I'm going to take this apart. You don't have to take yours apart if you don't want to. You don't have to. Very good. That's nice. Huh?
Against the body as opposed to out.
That, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's nice. So, I'm going to change it the other way and see what happens. Take this apart. And in playing with sculpture, sometimes, like I said, you have to change positions and see what it looks like. Sometimes you put it high up on something and look from the downside and see what's going on from downside. And sometimes you put it at an angle. Time is going, huh?
It is. It's going by so fast. So we have about 5 official minutes left. But
Okay.
the good news is, since this is the second workshop, we don't have to like clear away, right at 11:45.
All right.
So I don't want to rush you, Youssef. Just keep on going. But if recognizing that we only paid you a certain amount and other people might have plans, but just kind of a time check. That's where we are.
How's everybody doing? All right. So you have a hummingbird, at least. All right. Now, if you decide to change that around, and you decide to shift from that point that we are right now to something else, take your other piece of clay and cut it into 2. All right. Then cut that. Take 1/2 of it, cut it into 2 again. Then work with it. Soften it up a little bit. Soften up. Just like that. And as I've said, if anything breaks off on your way home, and you can always put it back together. It's not a big deal. You can do exactly what we did just now. Push it together and reshape it with a piece of stick, a lollipop stick or something. It should work. All right. And that is, if you want to do all that, I don't know how much of it you want to do. All right. How's everybody doing? Now, you might decide that you are just happy with the way it is. If you're happy with the way it is, that's all right, too. Huh? Yeah. Well, that's nice. There you go. There you go. So if you decide to change it, you can change it around. I mean, you don't have to. You can be done with that and say you're done. All right. And to change it around, you can roll that into a nice little carrot and flatten it out a little bit. Now you're going to have some little piece of clay to take home with you, as you see, so, which is okay. And you flatten it out a little bit. That is, if you get home and you feel like, I want to change this wing around, you can do that. There you go. Then you take this away. That is, if that's what you decide to do. You don't have to do that right now. Then you can apply that to that. Now, that's pretty big wing for a hummingbird. I've seen hummingbirds, their wings are kind of really short because they're flapping it so fast and all that. So then you might take some of it away and reshape it. So, and that's one other thing that makes clay a whole lot of fun, because you can always add or deduct. Either way works. But anyway, you got the idea? Huh? Yes. All right. I'm not going to waste too much time anymore. I'm going to be starting to pack it up. Thank you all so much for coming. Like I said, WaterWorks Arts Center belongs to the city of Tulsa. Everybody is welcome there, and I hope to see some faces come there to do some stuff. We offer varieties of classes, jewelry, painting, mosaics, clay. So come check it out, all right? Thank you all so much. You all have a piece of clay that's left. You can take it home, play with it, give some to your kid to play with and all that. So, all right?
Yusuf, we appreciate you and WaterWorks so much for being our awesome partner on this workshop and for being part of the series for so many years. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You may remember Yusuf said, is it 250 that you bake the clay at to harden it?
Yes.
250 degrees. And about how long would you recommend?
15 minutes.
15 minutes, 250 degrees if you want to harden it up?
Yeah, and you let it cool down before you go get it out of the something. You let it cool down totally.
Good advice. Thank you so much. We are so happy that you spent part of your Saturday here with us at the Center for Creativity. Of course, we'll be back again next Saturday with 2 more I Can't workshops. I Can't Create Comics with OK Pop and the Oklahoma Comic Arts Foundation. And I am completely blanking on the other one. Check our website, centerforcreativitystulsa.com. Thanks again for being here and have a great weekend.
Thank you. I'm going to leave this on the table somewhere. You can take a picture of it. And before you leave, you can take a picture of it, and you have at least our record there. You can go to WaterWorks Art Center, Google it, and go through their website and all that.
Yeah,
okay?
WaterWorks has so many great classes for adults and kids, summer camps, so definitely check it out.